Robbins.
Before she ever steps into the circle, Emma Robbins takes a deep breath. But when she exhales, the quiet California girl turns into one of the fiercest hammer throwers in collegiate history.
My career started in high school, which is kind of unusual for a hammer thrower. I threw shot put and discus. I wasn't very great at those. And my high school coach was like, oh, maybe you should just try the hammer, because I didn't want to play soccer anymore. Because I grew up playing soccer most of my life. And then my high school coach was like, if you're going to do throwing full time, you should do the hammer.
Emma's journey has been anything but simple. She started it more than 1,500 miles from home.
I'm from Anaheim, California, and so when I went to Baton Rouge, it was a smaller town than Anaheim, but it was still huge. And then, of course, I transferred to K-State, and that was like, I kind of like felt like shocked. It was like the smallest town I've ever lived in, and I was like 2 hours away from like anything. And then OSU, I felt like welcomed me with open arms.
From LSU to K-State to OSU, she shattered multiple school records in both the hammer and weight throws and earned her place amongst the NCAA's elite. But behind that power is a grounded, humble woman with a quiet confidence that keeps her hungry for more.
They mean a lot to me. I mean, at the end of the day, I never go into the ring thinking like, okay, this record's mine. You know, like I've always just wanted to throw farther. And of course, every time I left school, I was like, oh man, like imagine if I could have got that one more meter and all this stuff. But they mean a lot to me, and you know, they always give me something to show at each school. So I'm very happy to have them, and they keep me working hard.
Along the way, Emma has found more than success. She met her husband, John, a fellow thrower, while training at LSU.
We met at LSU. I had just finished my undergrad in Minnesota, and then I transferred. This was the fall of 2020, and I show up at practice, and she's there. I had no idea who she was really before that, or really any of the other teammates. I didn't really know them that well. And yeah, we just started hanging out together, and one thing led to another.
Together, the newlyweds are preparing for the next step, her professional career, and the chance to compete amongst the world's best. Wherever the sport takes them, Emma will continue to rewrite history quietly, confidently, and on her own terms.